Me, Turing79. I am playing a bit of Civ6. I am going to be playing as Korea, which is blah blah blah, the Seondeok, and I'm going to be playing on Emperor and on Marathon, and with continents and islands on a huge map with the maximum number of city-states. Everything else is going to be default. One I just restarted from, which essentially just had tundra and then desert. It was pretty rubbish. This one's looking much better. I'm not going to move to the stone. I don't really want to move to the plains, hills tiles rather. That's just costing me a little. What is this? This might even be plains hills. This is plains hills. This is a perfect sort of build. Let's settle here. We're going to send our explosive Korea are the first to set foot on the continent of Asnia to her Fort Era school. Okay, I guess we've discovered a new continent as well. That's useless. Looks like a really nice. There's potentially a really nice spot for a campus up here, but that's not going to be viable for us as Korea, as we have the Seondeoks. We automatically get +4, so we're going to possibly place one of those down on one of these hills tiles that we've got surrounding us. But we are going to send our explorer off exploring. We are going to be beelining for writing. We are going to be thinking about our production. So a 2-2 tile with 2-2 on the capital. Let us build a slinger, which is 18 turns. We grow in 23, so we're going to probably put a few turns into a worker before starting on our first settler. But ideally, we want to get campuses down in our first and second city ASAP. Be a viable region for a second city, kind of like in this area here. I'm just thinking, where would the Seondeok go? One of the things I like doing as career is just kind of like searching for the hills, because that Seondeok has to go on the hills and it has to go away from the capital. So we could potentially settle here and place our Seondeok here, or we could settle on this side. I'm going to want a harbour. You know, if I settled here, I'd want the harbour in one of these three spots here. So I'm just going to move my warrior into here. The reef is useless, but a harbour here would be really nice. It's more important, I think, for me to settle on one of those two spots than get the nice harbour. The Seondeok's more important. So if I just go into my settler view, yeah, either one of those two spots. Doesn't really matter. I can't really choose between them. I'm not seeing any potential advantages or disadvantages with either. They're both pretty good. I'm not even going to mark that for the time being. I'm just going to carry on exploring. Hang on. At turn 19, I'm going to explore down here and try and get into the back of this barbarian encampment with the slinger, and hopefully get the shot on with the slinger on the killing shot on the slinger with the spearman, so that I can boost archery. And just getting archers out a little bit safer. Archery followed by machinery followed by gunpowder is essentially where I'm going after writing. Just simply to get those, I can't remember what they're called. Oh, Matterhorn. What does that give us? 1 culture to adjacent land tiles. Land combat units move net and get ignore hills for the rest of the game and +3 gain free combat strength. So that's quite nice because that's near us. So we're going to be hilly, which is nice because again we've got the hill star as Korea. Yeah, say what you will and be on your way. What we're going to say to Georgia: it's an honour to meet you. We would love to sample your hospitality, and we get the boost on rats very close to me. Both of us, both Georgia and Korea, are very turtly civilizations. So Georgia, I will expect to build lots of walls and stuff. There's going to be a war here, though. If we're kind of like, if we're realistic about this situation, the capital's there. And that's the second city, I believe. I don't think it's their capital. Is there a way of telling? I don't know. City of Georgia belongs to Georgia for loyalty. And that's the original. Yeah, so it doesn't just say belongs to. It says City of Georgia. Yeah. So I don't think that's their capital, but it's still incredibly close. Their capital's down here by the looks of things. This should be the killing blow on the spearman, and then we can move the which gives us a boost on the archery. We can move the warrior in, which gives us military tradition, and then we can be on our merry way. Switch over to the settler. Something I always forget: 30 turns, and then we'll get the work. Well, I don't know. We'll probably get We'll probably get the Seondeok. I can't remember what's the Korea unique thingamajig build. It's the Seowon. I'll probably get the Seowon out before I get the worker out. As we go for discipline and urban planning, and then I'm going to have a look at researching foreign trade into early empire, just simply so we can get the 50% towards the settlers, and then we'll follow up with craftsmanship and state work. Of course, we should have a builder up. I'm going to get a builder, I think, before the Seondeok. So this is going to be a perfect queer. We'll get a Seowon up particularly into political philosophy. After that, I haven't really decided. We're probably going to be looking at recorded history, if I'm completely honest, pretty soon. This is it's drama. It's mysticism, isn't it? Do I need? Yeah, I can get recorded history without mysticism, but I do need drama and poetry for that. Okay, I was just wondering about whether it would be worth going for inspiration. I don't know. But anyway, onwards to early empire. That matters. Where is he? Is over here. Well, that's pretty good. That is between me and Georgia, because he's going to be aggressive, and Georgia will be a nice big soaky up battering ram. Georgia's messed up this game. Georgia's not going to do anything. Turn 59, our first settler is out. Georgia is on 3 cities at the moment. I'm still not really that worried about Georgia, if I'm completely honest though. City down here, let's make the hills visible, and then we can kind of see where we want to put our cities. So hills, hang on, I had it just here. Hills, so I want to settle on, what is this? Is this Plains Hills? Because if this is Plains Hills, I'll settle here. This is. So we're going to settle there on the Plains Hills with the Seowon, I think it's called, just here. Our initial Seowon on our capital is going to be here. So we're going to need to get mining. Is it mining we need to remove the jungle? I think it might be bronze working. It's one or the other. If it's mining, in fact, it's going here, isn't it? Because I don't need to do anything to that tile. So that's going there, like that. And then that's away from the river where I'm going to be doing all my industrialisation, because I am seeing an aqueduct going down here next to this geothermal vent, and then we could even put a dam here later on. We can put a couple of dams in this river system down here, so settling up here is going to be a good idea. We'll have an industrial complex going on there. If we could get, let's have a look, settler. So we want a city up here somewhere. I think a city, I don't know, let's get hills back. I'm suspecting a city here might be a really good idea, even though it's really close, and traditionally Korea settles far apart. I might be able to do something really good with an industrial setup in this kind of location. So we get our hills. Ooh, that's a bit close, isn't it? We could build a Seondeok just there. 1, 2, 3. We're not going to get the full advantage of it, but I'd rather just build that one a bit further away. I mean, the other option is to settle on the rice, but I think that's going to be a bit too close. Could settle on that rice. So if we move that across to there, then we could have 2 cities. Then that would make that a viable Seondeok location. Is that the one I was thinking about? I don't know. Let's go back to the hills. Hills, hello. Yeah, that would make that a viable Seondeok. So this is going to be our second city, isn't it? This one on the rice. That goes there. So the Seowon goes there. How does this work now? Because this dam, so we've got the Alazani River coming down here. So we want to dam the Alazani River, and we also want to dam this river, which is the Nakadong. So the Nakadong is going to get dammed there. So let's see, we're going to want 2 industrial, if we're building it there, we're going to want 2 industrial complexes, either here, here or here. I've chosen to build this dam here. Could go how do we do this? I think Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. I'm just trying to think how this works. I want to surround 2 industrial complexes, and I'm thinking those 2 industrial complexes go here and here with as much good stuff as possible. So here and here. So ideally I want 2 dams, which I'm going to put in, which I'm going to plan first. So one here. Now that's on 2 tiles of the Alanzi, and it's also on 2 tiles of the Nagadoni. So that dam needs to be built second, and then we. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tiles surrounding it. This has to be an aqueduct. There's no doubt, because that's not floodplain, so we can't build. So that's never going to be anything else. I think that's also an aqueduct. If I'm honest, I think that's also an aqueduct. I then think we dam the Alonzi here first, followed. So where do we dam the? That's the Alonzi. So where do we dam the Nakadon? I don't think we can. So that has to be the dam for the Nakadon, just there. So that is going to be a dam, and that goes in second, and then we have the aqueduct for the city here. Okay, cool. And then obviously we will have a government plaza. One will be the Ruhr Valley. So if this is the government plaza, we'll have Ruhr Valley here, or vice versa. I don't know which way around it will go yet. I'm not going to put those in, but let us continue. Tech researched. So Seowon, this one goes here, is what I said, 160 gold just to place that down. We're not going to build it yet, we're just going to place it, and we are going to carry on with the builder. We'll get the builder out and we'll mine. What do we want to do? Ideally we want to do 3 different improvements. Now we're going to settle on this rise up here, so we're going to have the area around here. So we could do a pasture in one of those cow tiles. We can do a mine and a quarry, I think is how it's going to go. Now archery is what I'm tempted to go for next. Irrigation is the other one, because I've got something nice here. Why have I not got those tabs on? I don't know. Show resource yields. There we go. So I've got chocolate over here. So yeah, getting irrigation. I'm going to go archery irrigation, I think, next. I'm also going to move my slinger just back to the capital. As I'm going for archery, it's going to get upgraded into a archer as soon as that happens. Okay, so this builder is out, so I am going to go for, and the building stayed in there. So mine, quarry, that quarry probably won't stay there. That'll probably turn to a farm in the long run, pasture. So we'll start with the mine here and carry on exploring. I've not even checked actually which great person to be. There's Arabahita. Not brilliant, but you know, ideally I want Hypatia, don't I? But you know, we're not even guaranteed to get the first scientist. So onwards and upwards. Ending. That's going to become. Oof, that might have been a mistake, because I've just literally spent all my money on it, and now I'm not going to have enough money. We'll send him up here, but I'm blatantly now not going to have enough money for a pasture. Whoops. Rumour has it that Mongolia. I mean, this is the latest piece of gossip I has. Rumour has it that Georgia is worshipping Pantheon. Rumour has it. Oh, here it is. Rumour has it that Mongolia has conquered a lost city. What's a lost city? Seondeok is back. So I think pretty much every city is going to start by building a Seondeok. Am I saying the right word there? I hope so. It's called a Seowon. It's Seowon, but the leader is Seondeok. So I'm playing as Seondeok, and the leader, and it's okay. I will try and remember that. So that's down there. I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to build a library there or anything because everything's going to be coming mainly from adjacency bonuses. So I need to crack on and get more settlers out ASAP. Now I'm just thinking about where future settlers can go. I've explored quite a bit. Some nice territory opening up here. So I need to avoid this area where Georgia and Mongolia are going to have a war. And I'm going to be placing a city down here and a settler here. I'm also going to, well, we'll probably settle here because I think that's going to be coastal, and I think there's going to be Seondeok opportunity up there. No, I know where I was going to go. Hang on, I can see it already. I was going to settle here, wasn't I? So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's got plenty of space, and then there's plenty of opportunity up here for Seondeok. And that is going to be, what's that? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it might just be worth we'll just send this slinger down. We'll just slinger, hello. We'll just send our slinger down here just to see what's behind this mountain. But I think we are going to be settling just here, which is going to give us a coastal river spot just there. I think we're also going to be settling, where else can I see at the moment? So settling here. Those are probably a little bit close together. I could just move this down, I think, because I said I didn't think it mattered. Where's my hills thing? Hills. I have had a game crash already. It's crazy. So if I move that down there, I could send it up here, which is, I'm losing a lot of good spots to territory or to water, either way. But let's get out of this strategy mode because I can't really see what's going on. Yeah, that was plain style, so we have to do that. Then those tiles are going to become good because of this Seondeok here, so we'll settle here and we'll build another one over here or here, probably there. Just there. And we've got our city up here. So we probably also want to settle up here somewhere. I'm looking at this either on the oranges, that might be nice, or just next to the oranges. There's a floodplain there, and that's another river we could dam potentially. We would have to dam it. We'd have to dam it on the rice, I think, because it comes round here like this, and you need 2 tiles. So I think it's going to have to be dammed here or here. Where's the Seondeok there? So 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking, if we settle on the oranges, and then we could dam here. We could aqueduct, dam, industrial, and then we could Seondeok here possibly. So let's just put our thing down on the oranges. And just settling on luxury resources is a nice idea because you then always get the bonuses and work the other tiles at the same time. And Seondeok here. Okay. No, not Seondeok. Seowon. Seowon there. Seowon. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, and we've got our 2 originals. So that gives us 5 cities to kind of like work with. There's going to be a war with Georgia, I think, before those 5 cities are settled, which is why I'm a little bit cautious sending this guy out, because I don't want to be caught with my army left. I probably ought to, I don't know, once I get, essentially from when I do my science, I'm looking at animal husband. I'll get my archery, I'll get mining, I'll get irrigation, but I'm not going to be researching things like currency or celestial navigation or apprentices probably up until I have gunpowder, and I've got these out. These are going to make me invincible, the Hawachas. Just kind of like, I might just move this city, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, yeah, so I might just move this city so it's up behind the mountain in that swamp, in that tile that might get flooded. The city won't get flooded once I've got the city there. That'll be fine, and then we can Seondeok here instead, which is, you know, fine. You know, it's got lots of tiles around it and everything. This is just settling here. The harbour is slightly better. It's you know, not massively better, but again, it's also just going to create a bit of space, which means I can make full use of the Seondeoks here and here. Finally got enough money to buy ourselves some cows, so we're going up and we're going to pasture on the cows. Who's this? Scotland is put a warrior here and he ain't moving it, which is, I'm very impressed with the AI there for preventing me from exploring this area of the map. It's going to come down here. I'm probably going to head back. I'm tempted to kind of like, I could put him on auto explore, I suppose. Like, the more I think about this, I don't think I'm going to get aggressive towards Georgia. There's plenty of other. Oh, thank you, Mr. Australia man, for letting me know that. I'm probably not going to go to a war with Georgia. I can, I've got a coastal thing. I can go for a naval player. I can go and settle in the ocean. There'll be islands and Seondeoks and stuff that I can do there. So I don't see a war as something that's going to happen. So that gives us horseback riding. If we explore down here, and we'll explore here, and we'll head back home. Probably not, but I suppose we could get an explorer. We could get a merchant or something. I don't know. We'll probably at some point just build ourselves a scout or a something like that and use that to, or I don't know. In fact, this warrior, I'm going to do, now that I've explored enough and I can see where my initials are settling going down, I'm really not that fussed about moving him every single time. I'll try and get back and upgrade him to a swordsman, but he's going on auto explore once this kind of like auto turn finishes. Please wait, I'm waiting. There we go. So you, my friend, are going to go on to auto explore. The cows are done, so the other place I wanted to do was the things, but we're going to get mining out first, because we don't have enough money to upgrade this to an archer. See you in a bit. Okay, finally we're about to discover mining, so we'll get our quarry in here, which will unlock the masonry. We also need to be a miner. I hadn't even noticed that I'd forgotten to build that mine. This quarry isn't going to last long, if I'm completely honest. It's going to get replaced pretty soon. I'm tempted almost to do it now, but we're going to lose our boost to craftsmanship if we do that. So we're going to stick the quarry here, so we can get the 3 different things. That will give us a boost to masonry. We are going to research. So we've just finished the archery, so we need the irrigation. After the irrigation, I might do. You see, normally I'd say you go masonry into wheel then engineering, because you need the boost of the city walls, the ancient walls, to boost your engineering. But we're going to have Seondeoks up, so and that's the thing, career is so powerful with science that it's kind of like a bit pointless boosting it, because your science just outstrips your ability to get the eurekas, to get the boosts. Wish the land up here is. We can get a little bit of production from these campuses, so these cows kind of like give us one more production. We're going to have to do that and that, pretty much as a matter of urgency here. We need, how much money have we got? 303 gold. We need to get production into the city. I've got minus 2 amenities as well, that's pretty severe. Where can we get production from? There's a little there. This is the Seowon, so we're going to be, and it's all flat land around the Seowon, so that's all going to end up as farmland, because I don't want to place anything else. So it's going to be huge in the end game, huge industrial city, but how we get it off the ground at the moment, I'm tempted to say, so that's 1, that's 2, so this is 2 tiles away, this one here, possibly we should have gone this one first, and then we can start buying those 2, so that's 185 gold, and then we're going to need 275 to get those. We need to get these tiles bought ASAP. 107, we have got city number 3 pretty much out. So if we settle here, I know Australia exists up here somewhere. I'm just wondering how much of a rush are we to get up here? Because I can see even more this is going to be, I've got this mountain range coming across here, so it's trying to settle cities up in here to the south of Granada and to the south of Jerusalem. I'm going to, I'll come down here first. I'll settle these 2 coastal cities and then I'll move my way up here, I think. As that you don't need gunpowder. You don't need machinery, rather, to get into gunpowder, just simply because I've played a bit of career before, and I know that the crossbowmen upgrade into Jaguars, that were called? Oh, archers. So, are we going to skip machinery? I don't think so, no. I think So what would we go? How would that work? That would have to be horseback riding and masonry construction, because we'd want to skip out the comments in machinery until later, ideally, and then stirrups and military engineering. That's going to need bronze working. I think it's safer to stick with what I did before, which is to say we go into machinery. We go into I don't know. Because that's going to give us the crossbowmen, which is going to. What's the other option? What? We could go up here and go coastal, couldn't we? That's going to require currency as well. I think we come down here, do this, wheel, engineering. Now we need a bit more for machinery. I think we do engineering first, and then we think we go bronze working, iron working into machinery. Do we need construction for that? No. So we're going to go for engineering, we're going to go for machinery, we're going to then look at getting into gunpowder for this. I think I do. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, allows the chopping of rainforest, yeah, and this is a rainforest, isn't it? So I'm going to have to, before this worker pops, which is in 36 times, I'm going to have to grab myself, which is going to be a shame, because every time I unlock a district, and bronze working unlocks the barracks, the encampment district, it's going to send the cost of all my Seondeoks up. Possibly I should have settled here first, I don't know, or settled here, but even that's going to do the choppy chop, isn't it? But we've settled here now. I mean, we kind of almost need to grab this, as a matter of, because I was a bit scared that Georgia might settle somewhere down here, which would then mean that we couldn't settle there. So it's not the worst choice in the world, but it does mean that our future Seondeoks will be slightly more delayed. To this bit, because this is kind of like where I imagine future cities are going to be. So I'm just going to try and get myself some open borders with Mr. Mongolia. So make a deal. We will have open borders. What would it take? 2 gold? Yes, please. Thank you very much. And also with Georgia as well, I think. I would like some open borders from you, please. What would it take? 14 gold. Quite a lot of money there, Miss Georgia. Not huge amounts in the grand scheme of things, if I'm completely honest.